The movie begins with a scene of an unknown man running with a woman named Dr. Chloe in the tunnel of a bunker. They are in a hurry because the bunker will be locked within a minute. However, the man named Oleg, who was in the front row, shot the man with Dr. Chloe, making him fall. Meanwhile, Dr. Chloe continues to run towards the exit. Oleg shot Dr. Chloe again, which hit her leg. The bunker doors are about to lock, but Oleg closes the bunker's main exit so Dr. Chloe can't get out. The bunker lockdown begins. Dr. Chloe turns around and tries to get out of the second door of the bunker before it is completely locked. The first man also tried to run. Dr. Chloe made it out, while the fate of the unknown man ended tragically. The man was pinned against the door. Then something pulled the man from inside. Lockdown began for the next 24 hours. Dr. Chloe manages to escape the lockdown, although she must still be in the forest. At least she also survived the creature that threatened her life. Later, Dr. Chloe makes a distress call and requests that she be let out of there. If they wanted Adam and all the research, that's what Dr. Chloe said. Then she picked up an axe to protect herself. She also removes the bullet lodged in her leg from Oleg's gunshot. Dr. Chloe changes her clothes and continues hiding from the dangerous creatures. Dr. Chloe hid under the shelves of goods, and the horrible monster continued to search for her. Next, a soldier named Beckett gets a call from his wife who is waiting for his return that day. However, Beckett told his wife there was one more job for him. At first, Beckett's wife didn't accept that. After Beckett explained that his task would get a large payment for his family's life, Beckett's wife reluctantly allowed it. And this time, Beckett's job is to save Dr. Chloe. Then Beckett and his best friend named Junior are ready to board the plane. The flight begins. On the plane, Beckett tells Junior that they will go the other way because a large militia led by Oleg also wants to get whatever is in the bunker. Beckett hands Junior a monitor which explains that the Samyaza Institute received a distress call from one of their facilities in Bosnia. The facility is a bio-research lab at the forefront of unlocking the human genome. The call came from the only surviving scientist, Dr. Chloe. At that time, Institute Samyaza also had a team on the ground who had found an escape tunnel. It was also explained that later Beckett and Junior would join the Bravo team, namely Moses and Preacher. Beckett and Junior arrived at the forest. They explore the forest while chatting. Then they saw a man, but the man ran away. Beckett and Junior chased the man. The man hid, but was caught by Moses. Then Beckett tied him to a tree. Next, the Alpha team entered the facility. They blow up the wall with a bomb. When Rachel entered, a man who had become a zombie greeted them. They shot the zombie. Meanwhile, the man Beckett was tied up with managed to untie him. Then, Beckett and his friends get a bomb attack from Oleg's men. Apparently, Oleg's men have prepared in the forest. A shootout between them ensued. But unfortunately, Preacher was shot in the shoulder. Bomb explosions surrounded them. Then, Junior shoots the man who tied up Beckett because he tried to shoot Beckett. Junior tries to wake up the wounded Moses. They think Moses is dead. Beckett tries to stop Preacher's blood from coming out because he was shot. Then Beckett hides Preacher in a small hole. Then they went back to staking out their enemies. They saw Oleg capturing Moses, who was thought to be dead. However, Oleg's men shot Moses because they thought Moses had killed his brother. Oleg also deployed sniffer dogs to capture Beckett and his colleagues. Another firefight ensued. However, then Beckett and Junior's bullets were running out, so they decided to run and throw themselves into the ravine. They tried to survive in the swift river current. After making it out of the river, Beckett and Junior continued their escape from Oleg. They headed for a cave that had been determined by the map. They enter the cave. Beckett and Junior must crawl in the narrow cave hole. Then they found the entrance to the bunker inside the cave. Meanwhile, Preacher was taken by Oleg and his friend. Preacher was beaten and threatened by them. In front of Oleg, there was also a plastic bag containing something. Oleg asked Preacher to open the bag. Apparently, the bag contains a ferocious mutant creature that can only be destroyed by burning. Next, Beckett and Junior entered the bunker. It was their last job. They started walking. Then they picked up the gun that was lying around. They heard a roar. They alerted and resumed walking. Beckett and Junior entered a room. There, they found a picture of Dr. Chloe and a tape recorder. The tape said that the expedition to recover Subject N's body from the glacier had been successful. However, the human experiments had proved devastating. The foreign blood acted like a parasite and attacked the human DNA. A theory had emerged among some scientists that this specimen was a biblical species from the Book of Enoch. Then Beckett walked back and found Dr. Chloe. Suddenly, a ferocious monster pulls Beckett from above and slams him back down. When the monster wanted to eat Beckett, Dr. Chloe swung an axe at the monster. However, the monster was not hurt at all. After that, Junior came to shoot the monster. However, the monster escapes through the hole in the roof of the bunker. Dr. Chloe took them away. However, Beckett and Junior's enemies managed to get into the bunker. Dr. Chloe takes Beckett and Junior up and into the air vent. They crawl to escape the monster. The monster manages to grab Beckett's leg. Then Beckett shoots the monster and they make it out of the air hole. After that, Beckett forces Dr. Chloe to tell him what really happened. Dr. Chloe says that they are genetic hybrids, which is a combination of humans and something else. Dr. Chloe calls it Subject N. Then, Beckett invites Dr. Chloe to follow his path. However, Dr. Chloe refused to follow Beckett and Junior because she felt that was where Adam started it all. Then they walked back. Dr. Chloe explains that Adam was the first successful hybrid created 30 years ago. He was moved to that bunker for containment when he became unstable. As Beckett opens a ventilation shaft, one of Oleg's men approaches them and threatens him. Then the man is pounced on by a monster, and Beckett and his friend escape through the air vents. They went down the waterway and into the hold. They went back into the hole. Beckett kept looking at the map to continue the next step. Then the bunker lockdown ended. However, they were not able to get out of there. They find Rachel, who is injured. Beckett and Junior try to help the woman. However, Dr. Chloe shows them CCTV footage that shows their enemies already at the bunker's main escape door. When Junior said he would bring the woman, Dr. Chloe said that it was too late because the woman was already infected. Then, Junior leaves intending to find a stretcher to carry the woman. Dr. Chloe also tells Beckett to leave to quickly find a way. However, Dr. Chloe suddenly ended the woman's life. Beckett and Junior, who heard the shot, immediately returned to see Dr. Chloe. Junior was angry at Dr. Chloe for ending the life of the person he loved the most, namely Rachel. Beckett tries to cool the atmosphere between them. However, Junior continued to be angry and shouted, attracting the attention of the monster. The monster came. Beckett shoots it and escapes with Dr. Chloe. They enter a room. However, Junior goes into the morgue instead. Behind Dr. Chloe, an infected man wakes up with his eyes closed. Dr. Chloe swiftly smothered the man with a pillow and then stabbed him to death. Meanwhile, Junior enters the corpse storage box that still has an occupant. Beckett tries to contact Junior. After Junior answered, he kicked the corpse box door, which turned out to be locked, and trapped him. After that, the corpse next to Junior woke up and bit his hand. However, Junior managed to kill the corpse again with the knife he was carrying. Meanwhile, Beckett and Dr. Chloe also continue to try to hold the door from monster attacks. Apparently, Oleg's men were there. Then something took Junior out of the corpse box. Meanwhile, Beckett and Dr. Chloe attack Oleg's men. Apparently, it was Oleg's men who took Junior out. Junior was beaten with a shotgun until he was unconscious and tied up in a ward. Oleg's men asked Junior about Adam's whereabouts. Junior didn't know. Later, Beckett and Dr. Chloe entered Adam's room. There, he found one of the Alpha team dead. Shortly thereafter, the monster enters where Junior is being held and attacks Oleg's men. Meanwhile, Beckett gives Dr. Chloe a satellite phone and tells her to follow the tunnel to the exit. However, as Beckett is about to leave, he sees a crib. He starts to get suspicious and asks Dr. Chloe to retell the story about Adam. He is suspicious of how Adam had a crib in his room. Meanwhile, a monster finishes off Oleg's men right above Junior's body. As the monster approaches Junior's face, it suddenly leaves. Beckett and Dr. Chloe continue to argue, and that's when Beckett finds out that Dr. Chloe is playing him. Junior tries to free himself. Not long after, the monster came up to Beckett and beat him up. Beckett was helpless. Then when the monster lifted Beckett's body, Junior came and told the monster to let Beckett go. Junior opened fire on the monster, but it didn't work. Then Beckett took a fire gun and burned the monster. Meanwhile, Dr. Chloe managed to escape and get out of the bunker. After coming out, she looked happy. Then suddenly Oleg pointed a gun at her. Dr. Chloe apologized to Oleg and immediately hugged him. Instantly, Oleg calmed down. However, then Dr. Chloe stabbed Oleg. Oleg managed to stab Dr. Chloe back. Beckett and Junior also made it out. However, Dr. Chloe suddenly attacked them. A fight between them ensues. When Dr. Chloe was about to take the gun, Beckett managed to entangle Dr. Chloe's neck. Dr. Chloe fought back and stabbed Beckett's hand. When Beckett withstood the attack from Dr. Chloe, Junior ties the rope that is still tied around Dr. Chloe's neck with his body. Then, Junior drops himself back into the bunker hole. Dr. Chloe was dragged and choked on her neck until she died. In the final scene, Beckett returns to Junior in the bunker. He intends to help him, but Junior refuses because he realizes that he has been infected. With a sad heart, Beckett left Junior. However, it turns out that Beckett is also infected. Until at night, he was found by the rescue team. He attacked them, and the movie ends. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. Because by subscribing, you have supported me to make better videos. See you in the next video.